Let me talk to anybody that's over 40. Yeah, I said 40. Oh, goodness. If you're younger than 40, your day is coming. I promise you it's coming. It's, golly. I almost said if you're over 50. Well, if you're over 40, if you're over 50, if you're over 60, I want to talk to you. There is never a better time than starting a YouTube channel at this very moment, especially if you're over 40.
Listen to what I'm saying to you. Just hear me out. Hear me out. We believe for some reason that social media is for the young people, but we gotta remember we started social media. I mean, if you look at it like that, social media has been around at least, I don't know, 15, 16 years, maybe? I don't know exactly. I know President or Vice President Gore had a lot to do with the internet. So I was alive and as in an adult when he was vice president. But right now it's a great time. When I turned 40, I went through a lot. I suffered. I had wins. I had losses. I mean, I went through a lot my first 40 years on this planet. I experienced a lot. I learned a lot. I seen a lot. I've been some places, not a lot of places, but I've been some places. And I had a lot of information to share. I did. I had a lot of information I could give to people. I trained people at that time. I taught people. I gleaned from people. I had older people that I was learning from. So at that time, 40 years, I had a lot to share with people. And what better way to share than on YouTube?
Right now, if you're in your 40s, you're probably at a point in your life where things are kind of stabilizing, or you may be married, you may have a family, you possibly have a home, you have a car, you go on vacations, you're probably at a job where you have a role, some type of seniority. Not all of us at 40 are in that situation, but a lot of us are. And with that, you can give a lot to people looking for information, no matter what that information is. Even if it's information related to the career that you're in, you have the ability to give that information if they're looking for it. That's incredible. That's power. That's knowledge that you have. It's invaluable. Can't nobody take that away from you. And now you have the opportunity to share it.
I started my YouTube channel with the thought of just documenting. I was documenting a transition in my life where the pandemic happened and the business that my wife and I started was going to tank if I didn't make a move. So I went into trucking. I bought a truck and I leased it on to a large carrier. And with that, I took that opportunity to document the steps I made to accomplish that goal. And I did that because the information that was out there was outdated in my mind. And maybe if it was just a year old in terms of when it was posted, I figured, hey, this is a chance for me to put some fresh information up there. And if people want to look for it, there it is. I'm just giving back what the other guys before me did. So I did that. I documented each step from the time that I purchased my truck to the time that I signed the paperwork, leased on to that trucking company, and started booking loads. And I did that so people can learn what I went through, so they don't have to bump their head like I may have bumped my head. And that's what it was for. And people were searching for that. And I was able to fill that void and give people information at the touch of their fingers by simply searching on YouTube and giving that information. This is information that I didn't have in my 20s. I didn't have this information in my 30s. Now, there are people out there in trucking that are in their 30s, that are in their 20s, that are able to give that information. But I was able to give some life experiences with that information because I was married. I had a child, a son who was young, and I was going to be away from him. So I was able to explain, how I was able to navigate that.
So imagine, here you are, 40-year-old, 45-year-old, 48-year-old, 51-year-old, with all of this information. And there's that young person, or maybe another 40-year-old, 50-year-old, who's looking for information regarding an industry or a profession or an experience that you went through. Invaluable. Invaluable. It could be something as simple as, I'm going to Disney World and I want to know if it's worth staying on the resort or getting in a hotel off property. Information like that with the family. Some 20-year-olds may not have that information. You do, because you've experienced that, you've lived that, and you have the information to share. Get out there, start a YouTube channel, share this information, and guess what? You just might make a little money doing it. I didn't do it for that reason, but I understand now. And I'm more focused more than ever because of that reason. I don't want my age to become the reason why I didn't go after this. It's just not worth it. What do you have to lose? Nothing. You have absolutely nothing. It's free to start. You could do this with an iPhone, which is what I'm filming this video with at this very moment. And you can go out there and share some information with people that you, in other cases, wouldn't, because you don't know them. And you might make a little money doing it.
Now that you started and you're on YouTube and you decided to go ahead and start your channel, I know the next question is, what do I talk about? Well, because we're seasoned adults, we have life experiences that we can discuss. If you have a business, that's a great idea. If you're a single mother, if you're a single father, those are great things to talk about. If you're buying a new home, there's an opportunity to get information out. If you're going on a family trip this summer and you want to learn how to plan it, or you want to share with people on how to plan it, great opportunity. There's endless topics to discuss when you start your YouTube channel. The hardest part is just starting. So you started it, you get your channel going, become a student, learn how this thing works, get out there and seize the moment. The time is now. There's opportunities out there on YouTube, but only if you're consistent and you go after it. That's it. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for me. And let's grow together. With that, I'll see you guys on the next one.